haven't been active for the last, man, I don't even know how long it's been, but I know I haven't been active. I've been super busy. Hi, Pepe. Stop. Hello. Oh my God. All right, man, I'm gonna need you to get up. But yeah, all my social medias are located over in the link me, which will be pinned in my chat. Man, my fucking son caused me to drop my computer, bro. Hi, baby, I need you to get up. But yeah, welcome everybody. I'm gonna be answering questions that are appropriate. I know I haven't been active. I've been super busy. If you guys don't know, I moved. This is why the room looks completely different. So I've been spending, man, I don't even know how long it's been, but I've been spending the last, guys comment, how long has it been since I've last live streamed? You know, I'm pretty sure it's been at least a week. So last week, 2 weeks, I have been moving and I'm still not done. It is so crazy how much work there is. Oh my God. He's so cute, or he is so cute. But yeah, let me know. Man, why is everybody freaking out about my hair? You know, I don't really do anything as good genetics. Yeah, welcome everybody. Let me know if you guys have any questions that are appropriate. Like I said, I've been so busy, and I'm gonna be busy for a while. You know, I kind of, honestly, you guys, I didn't know how long this would take. Hold on. And where the fuck is my remote, man? Man, I'm gonna need my son to get up. But yeah, so I recently moved. I mean, it's nowhere near done. So this is, I mean, I don't know if I should do a house tour. You know, I might show you guys a little bit, but I don't know if I want to do a house tour. We'll see. He's so cute. But yeah, let me know if you guys have, man, I'm out of breath. Oh my God. Okay, where is, oh, there it is. Do I like it more than my old place? Yes. This place is so much nicer than, you know, obviously, you know, my old place was nice, but man, this is different level. So yeah, this place is a, I don't know if I should tell you guys details, but it's really nice. But yeah, I'll show you guys a little bit. I can't show you guys everything, or I won't show you guys every single room, but I'll show you guys a little bit. Okay, so this is my room, and let's see if I could show you. This is the bathroom. It's all made out of marble. And then this is my bed. And also, where the fuck is my link me? This is the laundry room. And then this is a little office room. Then there's another, I'm not gonna show this to you guys, and this is the other room. Like I said, you guys, I'm not gonna show every single room, but 1, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then downstairs is a little bit messy. I'll show you guys like this. So that is the kitchen area, and then this is bathroom. And what else do I want to show you guys? This is a balcony. Hi, baby. She's so cute. And then Paisley's my son. And then we have, I'll show you guys this room. So this one, I'm gonna, and right now I'm like 3D printing right now. But yeah, so, man, it's big. And there's not really much to that one. So, I think there were 4 rooms upstairs and 1 downstairs. And then there's the garage. I'm not gonna show you guys that. But yeah, I've been so busy and I'm nowhere near done. I think I've spent like, I don't know how long I've spent, but I'm still nowhere near done. I don't know if you guys could see. Hi, baby. Man, I'm tired, dude. But yeah, all my social medias are located over in the link me, which is gonna be pinned in my chat. But yeah, obviously I like this place. Man, the only thing that I don't like about this place is there's too many stairs. It's just too much. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I just got my TV put in and the room's not done. Oh yeah, and I'll show you guys more in the room. So this is just like a shelving, I'll take you guys inside. So here's just like a bookshelf. And then this is the closet. I just put all my stuff on the floor. And then, and this is another closet. Hi, baby. But yeah, I love the place. Oh, and I got a new bed. This one is a adjustable bed. It has like I don't know if you guys could hear, but it has a massager. So no, I fucking love this thing. But yeah, you guys, I literally just moved. Man, it's so much work, bro. It's a lot, man. And it's like, it's not even fucking like 10% done. So what I'm arranging next is, I think I want to do, I forget what they call it, but do you guys know the LED lights, but they build them into the wall? I don't remember what it's called. But we're gonna do, you guys know like a Rolls Royce, we're gonna do stars on the ceiling. And then we're gonna do like a LED into the wall. And then for my room, I'm deciding between putting a vanity or another desk. Which honestly I might do a vanity because I already have like fucking 5 other rooms. So I already made one an office, so I have an office upstairs, office downstairs, and then with the other rooms, I'm gonna make a Barbie room, candy room, and Barbie candy room. So that's what we're gonna do. And you guys, it's not that hard. If you want to do stars on your ceiling, they could do it. Just hire a carpenter. But yeah, it's just been so much work. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions that are, and also the last thing I need to do is I'm going to be getting a grand piano since I have a huge living room. If you guys don't know, I've always only used electric piano, which the grand pianos are huge. It's like the size of a car. So that's going to be the last thing I do, but we're going to get a very nice, I think we're going to do a white grand piano. So, but yeah, no, the place is really nice. Love it. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. Hi. Let's see. Do you guys not have any questions? I mean, shit, like I've been gone for 2 weeks and you guys don't have any. So I'm not going to show you guys every single room. The reason why I'm not going to show you guys every single room is because I could show you guys all the rooms later, but I'm getting custom blinds made for my windows, and it's going to be another week till they attach the blinds. And some of the rooms have like how do I say, like, I'll show you guys like a full house tour once the blinds are on the house. So, the view's really nice. I'm pretty high up. One of my favorite things to do is, I've been, dumping water balloons on like the fucking broke people using a drone. It's really cool. I should show you guys my drone. But yeah, so I've been spending a lot of time not only unpacking, but I got a new drone and I've been, just doing the water balloon thing. So, because, yeah, I'm pretty high up. Not on a mountain, but, like, I don't want to give you guys too much information because I don't want to, like, dox myself. But it's really nice. But yeah, no, honestly, like we should, maybe I'll do a live stream of, the drone dumping water balloons. I've been thinking about, filling up the water balloons with mayonnaise. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. Ben, I have like a headache from like going up and down the stairs. It's crazy. So like I said, you guys, I don't want to dox myself, but somebody asked me, oh, did you get a house in Aspen, Houston, or Austin? Like I said, I mean, does it fucking matter? Like, all you guys really need to know is that it's really nice. It's really nice. How many stories? I'm not gonna tell you guys that, but I'll tell you guys there's a lot of stairs. Like when I go down and up, it's like I'm totally out of breath. And I have been, I've lived here for, I'm pretty sure it's been 2 weeks, and I still get out of breath going up and down all of those stairs. Any other questions? But yeah, no, I can't wait to finish the place. I think that in 3 months, 6 months, honestly, like all of my rooms and all the work should be done. So if you guys don't know, so normal bedroom, which the bedroom, besides the lighting and adding probably a vanity, it's pretty much done. But then the 2 rooms, so I have my room, office, and then there's a room, the 2 rooms. I think we're gonna do the Barbie room. So we're gonna do Barbie room and then Barbie candy room across the room down the hall. Cause yeah, I don't know what to do with the extra rooms. Comment if you guys have any suggestions on what to do with the extra rooms. Cause yeah, cause it's what's it called? I have 5 rooms, so one's a bed, the other for sure is gonna be an office, the one right next to mine. And then there's the 2 on this floor, and then on the bottom floor there's another one. So we either do 2 offices, Barbie room and Barbie candy room, or we could do 1 office, Barbie room, candy room, and Barbie candy room. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I cannot wait to make the Barbie room. So we're gonna make the walls pink, everything's gonna be pink, and it's just gonna be a Barbie room. We're gonna have I'm trying to think what to do with the Barbie room. Maybe we'll do... So we're gonna make the Barbie room all pink, and then we're gonna put makeup, we're gonna put outfits, we're gonna put like a fashion show, like a runway in it. Appreciate it, you guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys think I should do or add to my place. It's huge. There is nothing I can't do or add. I've been trying to think and come up with ideas. But yeah, when I was looking for places, because in my head, I see myself as a big, large force. I genuinely believe that I'm God, that I'm 3,000 pounds and Hulk, and I'm gonna need a lot more space, or I need extra rooms, because in my head, I think that I'm a big, powerful force, but then I actually move here. I'm like, oh, yo, what the fuck? I think I bought a house that's too big, or yo, what am I gonna do with all this space? Because, yeah, no, before I moved in, I thought, oh, no, this isn't big enough. This isn't big enough. Maybe I should get another room. Yeah, comment if you guys relate to that. Does it echo? Yeah, because my ceilings, I don't know if you guys could see, but the ceilings are very, it's hard to really show you guys, but the ceilings, I don't even know how high this is. What is this? Does anybody know how high the ceiling is? But yeah, it does echo. All of the ceilings are very high, but especially, no, this is a lot more than 12 feet, you guys. I don't even know how to show you guys. It's a lot more than that. It's more than 10, but I don't know how much it is exactly. Hi, Pepe. Oh my god, hi, Paisley. Paisley. Hello. Pepe. Like I said, you guys, I have no idea, but yeah, all of it echoes. Pepe. If you guys don't know, Paisley's my son, and man, I should have streamed when I first moved. When I first moved here and I brought my cats, Paisley, he was so scared. He literally hid in the closet. He was hiding in the closet and he wouldn't come out. And Eris too. Eris was hiding. So the bathroom that's in the living room, living room bathroom, where the sink is, she like, I don't even know how to explain this, but she like squeezed herself behind the sink, and it's like you couldn't even see her. So yeah, Eris and Paisley were both terrified. Molly was happy. Molly was doing good, but no, they were both terrified. So yeah. Where's everybody? I don't know, man. This house is too big to be looking for cats. Like, when I lived in my high rise, it was fine. Like, I could, go around looking for the cats, but man, I ain't doing shit, or I'm not getting up to look for no one. And this shit is just too big. It's too big. Am I gonna furnish? Honestly, so when it comes to furnishing, like, I can't really make up my mind on what I want to do. Because part of me wants to do like super like edgy, like black and like futuristic, and then a part of me wants to do like pink, like Barbie theme. So I can't really make up my mind on that. So let me know if you guys have suggestions. I know that I like contemporary pop, but I also like futuristic and like I'll show you guys some photos, but yeah, I've been, kind of going back and forth on that. Let me know if you guys have suggestions on what to do. Where the fuck? There it is. Go ahead and turn on the filter. And once the house is fully done, I might do... Hold on. I need to connect. I haven't even connected my... Man, what the fuck? All right, finally. But yeah, all my social medias are located over in the link me. The fuck? I need to switch accounts. A mural of me, I might do that. That's a really good idea. But yeah, all my social medias are located over in the link me, which will be pinned in my chat. I do not sell nudes on OF. I would never do that. I'm a woman of God. I sell nudes on Fansly. I actually have morals. Hold on. I actually have morals, and I'm not a fucked up, demonic woman, moralless woman. So I sell nudes on Fansly, olive oil run on Fansly. It's really rare nowadays to find women that actually have fucking morals. Most women have no morals. So yeah, go subscribe to my Fansly. Like I said, I sell nudes on Fansly, not OF. I'm not an OF hoe. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. Also, you could always go into Google and type olive oil run link me. All my socials are in the link me, or you could go into Fansly's website and just search my username, Olive Oil Run, FANSLY. So, any other questions, you guys? Man, I like keep getting the remotes mixed up. Let's see. Hi, Moo Moo, and I have Molly here. I need to put my computer on the charger. Hi. Man, I cannot wait for fucking GTA to come out. You guys already know. Once GTA comes out, this is where we're gonna be playing GTA. I got my Xbox over here. And honestly, you guys, I only got this TV for GTA. You know, because I heard that GTA was coming out this year, and, you know, might as well put the TV in now, because, like, I don't really watch TV. So, man, I swear if they delay it, I'm gonna be mad. Paint a room. Not glows. Like, what do you guys mean? Like glow in the dark paint? Hi. Come here. Hi, Pepe. Appreciate it. Yeah, all my social medias are located in the link me, which are pinned in my chat. Hold on. I don't do OF. I would never do that. I sell nudes on Fansly. Olive Oil Run on Fansly, FANSLY. Appreciate it. You guys are very sweet. And make sure you guys are leaving a thumbs up. Let's get to 100 likes. Man, like, I need to program that bot. If you guys don't know, I've been like talking about creating like a robot that'll just copy and paste my link me for the longest time, but I've just been so busy. I'm gonna try to get that done in the next week. Appreciate it. And I cannot wait to get my grand piano. That we're gonna do last, but once I get my grand piano, I'm gonna like be doing concerts. I could actually like set up the camera and like play for you guys. I can't really do that right now because like my electric piano, like I don't know if you guys know what an electric piano looks like. I'll show you guys, but it's like a box on the wall and it's like there's nothing to really like. Let me show you guys. Electric piano. There's piano. Okay, so this is what an electric piano looks like. So, you know, you put these against the wall and there's like no way to really do anything except set you guys up against that board or to the side. I mean, it's just like pointless. But once I get a grand piano, we could start doing concerts. I cannot wait to do concerts. But yeah, a grand piano, I think they weigh, man, like I think they weigh like almost like 1,000 pounds. So most people do not have grand pianos because they are big. Imagine having like a car inside your place. Most people don't have the space for a grand piano. I'm pretty sure most people live in apartments. You know, because everything's in the city, everyone's jobs is in the city, which, you know, by the way, you know, isn't it crazy? Like, I feel like, you know, everything is kind of like moving towards like apartments, right? It's like more and more people are living in apartments. Like, I don't know if there's data on this, but it just seems like, you know, the cost of land's rising. Maybe it might have to do with that, or I don't know, but it is crazy how, you know, because I am literally the only person that I know, like, I know, and some fucking jealous retard said, you will own nothing and be happy. And you could go fuck yourself, retard. Yeah, and just so all of you fucking broke, retarded moids know, I just bought a house. I don't want to dox myself or anything, but just know, I don't want to say it's on a mountain. It's not on a mountain, but I'm pretty high up. You know, when I was in my high rise, you know, I was pretty high up and I didn't want to miss having a view. So yeah, I am pretty high up. I have fucking 5 bedrooms. Yeah, I'm so high up. I literally, from my balcony, I like have a drone and I've been dropping water balloons and balloons filled with mayonnaise on all of the fucking broke ass males. So I'll like go looking outside, and when I see a male, I take my drone out, and I've just been having a blast dropping water balloons. So fuck all of you retards, and you're mad. You're mad's all I gotta say. So, just so you guys know, like, I worked hard for everything I have. I bought this myself. Like I said, you know, it's really interesting how, you know, retards, males will constantly say stupid shit like, you know, like, OF isn't a real... I don't do OF, by the way. I sell nudes on Fansly, but retards always telling me shit like, oh, Fansly's not a real job. Or, like, I've been saying, like, for the longest time that Fansly is the hardest job in the world. Like, selling nudes and shit is really hard. Like, you know, it's, takes a lot of effort, right? And I constantly get retards like, oh, no, it's not. No. And then I remember there's a point where I said that, like, doing Fansly is way harder than building a house, which it is. Retards constantly talking shit. And it's like, you know, if Fansly isn't a real job, then can you retards explain how come I have a fucking house? Why are you retarded males building my house if Fansly is not a real job? So yeah, just so you guys know, anybody could do this. You know, you guys could do this too. Even if you're a male, I mean, you could always sell your ass. I mean, open your ass and sell, you could sell yourself too. You know, it's so crazy. Like, I was thinking about this the other day, but you guys know how, like, males are always like, you know, to kind of insult women, or, oh, you sell yourself, or girls that do OF or whatever. Like, there's always like, how do I say this? It's like, you know, it's kind of like the new version of she slept her way to the top. You know, now we don't really hear that so much anymore. Now it's she sold herself online, or she sells herself, right? So, and it's so crazy because it's like males say this like as if, oh, you know, like it's not fair, right? Like the undertone is, oh, you know, women have an unfair advantage. And I was like, well, that's not really true. That's not really true. I mean, you could sell yourself too. You could open your ass and you could sell yourself the same way. You're just fucking lazy. So, but yeah, no, isn't that interesting how, like, you guys kind of get what I'm saying? It's like society kind of betrays, you know, I don't know, like the situation to be like, oh, women are the only ones that could profit off of, you know, being good looking or whatever it is, right? When it's like, honestly, if you really think about it, anybody could do this. But you males don't want to open your ass. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. But yeah, I love this place so much. So much. It is so nice. But yeah, I'm gonna do another house tour once more people get in here because I don't want to be getting up over and over. It is just, guys, like, if you guys watched my first tour that I did at the beginning of the live, like I'm out of breath. And I'm still a little bit out of breath. It's just too much. But yes, I will be doing a house tour. I'll do a house tour in 5 minutes. So if you want to see, like, I won't show you guys every single room. There are like 2-3 rooms that the windows are just too big. I could only show you guys after the blinds are put in, and the blinds will be put in a week, but I'll show you guys like this room. Yeah, I'll show you guys like this room. I'll show you guys the living room. I'll show you guys a little bit, not the entire thing, but I'll show you guys a little bit. Hi, baby bear. Eris is here. Hi. She's so cute. Ugh. Or should I go on my main channel? Or you know what, it's fine, we'll do it twice. All right, are you guys ready? All right, I'm gonna take you guys, we'll do a quick tour. Okay, so first is my room. So yeah, so this is my room. Let's see. We have shelves in here. We have a closet in here. And then we have the bathroom. And this is the shower. And then I'll show you guys from here. So yeah, the ceilings are like crazy. Hi, babies. And this is my adjustable bed. And yeah, so this is just, I'm using it as a shelf. And then this is the washer dryer. This is the office. And this is another room. Have another one, which I'm gonna make this one the Barbie room. This will be a Barbie room. I don't want to show you guys the entire room, but I'll show you guys the bathroom just so you guys could see. So all the bathrooms look the same. Just so you guys know, all the bathrooms have, so all of them have, this is Carrera marble on the floor. They all have baby. And then there's a closet, which you guys don't need to see. And then, yeah, this is another one. And then the living room kitchen area is super messy, but this is the living room kitchen area. So this is the kitchen, and then that door over here is just a bathroom. This is where Eris was hiding when I first brought Eris. Eris literally like was right behind here. I couldn't even see her because she like literally squeezed herself so she could hide behind that sink. It was super cute. Okay, next. So yeah, this is the kitchen area, and then this we're gonna be changing out. And then I've been doing like, oh yeah, and this is my balcony. How do I show you guys? I'll just show you guys from here. So yeah, that's the balcony, kitchen, and yeah, the ceilings are all super high. Like I have to get a ladder just to get over there. Okay, next. This is another room. I'm not gonna show it all to you guys. There's a balcony, and I have my 3D printer running here. There's a closet. I'll show you guys the bathroom. The bathroom's fine. There's no windows, so yeah. All of the bathrooms are the same, so they all have Carrera and a shower. But obviously my bathroom has a shower and it has a tub. Hi, baby bear. And then I have the garage. I'm not gonna show you guys that. Man, it's just like too much. Yeah, some fucking retard was like, oh, they kind of cheaped out on the material. Yeah, they definitely really cheaped out on the material. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, the material they used was very cheap. So, Yuzi, fuck you, jealous piece of shit. You could go fuck yourself. You will never own shit. To all of you jealous males, you will never own shit. And you're mad. And just so you guys know, I'm a little bit out of breath. But just so you retards know, I'm only 24, and I just recently turned 24. Just for the record. And just so you guys know, like, buying a house was never a goal of mine. Like, if I wanted a house, honestly, man, like, I could have bought this at, like, fucking 19, honestly. But having a house was never a goal of mine. The only reason I even bought a house is, where's my son? Was because of my son, Paisley. Like, seriously. True story. But... And just so you guys know, like, the place I lived at before, like, I don't live there anymore, so I can tell you guys, like, I paid, like, nearly $5K a month for that place. It's a high-rise in a very, very expensive area. So, yeah, man, I'm out of breath going up and down the stairs. You guys, it's a lot. And, guys, I've been here for 2 weeks going up and down the stairs, and I'm still out of breath, bro. But anyways, the high-rise I lived in was 5K. I never had a goal of owning a house, just so you retards know. My son is the only reason why I decided to get this. I was actually planning on putting him in a basement, but he's good now. I don't need to put him in a basement. So yeah, I am super happy with it. You know, I really like that, you know, because literally, like, so I graduated last year, or like, how long has it been since I graduated? Yeah, it's been about a year since I graduated, a little over a year. And when I was in college, like, the way that the apartments worked is, so I lived in a, campus apartment. They call them West Campus student apartments. And the way it works over there is every year you're pretty much changing apartments, because that's just how it goes. So, and I did YouTube, so I always had a desk. You know, most people would move with, I mean, I don't know. I mean, some people moved with a lot of things, but most people would just pretty much a backpack with their clothes and their computer. I always had a desk set up because I did YouTube. So it was so exhausting moving. I'd literally have to hire movers just because I had that desk. And yeah, I had to do that every single year until I graduated. But yeah, to all of you jealous, worthless incels in here, you are not shit. And let this be proof that building and fucking, what are the fucking gay jobs that men are always like, building things, making houses, or being an engineer or welding isn't a fucking real job, because where's your house, bitch? So I'm so fucking tired of males constantly trying to discredit women, or like any kind of like female like what's it called, occupation, right? Oh, it's not a real job, or oh, men builder, who built that for you, or it's like, well, like I said, let this be proof that, like I said, welding, electrical, building, what else? What else do you retards do, bro? Whatever are not real jobs. A truck driving, trucking, welding, building, none of those are real jobs. So, because you know what? If it's a real job, then where the fuck is your house? Appreciate that, too, outlandish. So, yeah, where's your house? What color's your house, bitch? That's all I gotta say. What color's your house? So, and if you're a woman watching, let this be proof that there is no realer, harder, and more like demanding job than selling nudes. I personally do Fansly. Olive oil run on Fansly, but OF is the hardest, and it is a fucking real job. OF is a very real job because this house is definitely fucking real. So I just want to take a moment to say fuck all of the retards, the males, really, that fucking talked a bunch of shits, talking shit like, oh, F isn't a real job, or being a bop isn't a job. Because like I said, definitely, if selling nudes wasn't a real job, then explain to me how I have this very real house. So now I dump fucking water balloons on you retards. Every morning I go out to the balcony because I'm pretty high up and I take my drone out, I shit you guys not, and I literally dump water balloons on all of the fucking broke men. I never dump a water balloon on women. I'd never do that, but the men. So, And tomorrow I'm thinking about filling some up with mayonnaise and doing mayonnaise-filled water balloons to dump on the brokes. So, no, all of my rooms are going to be Barbie. Honestly, like, I'm thinking about just making the house pink. Should I make all of it pink Barbie theme? Like, I am considering that because it's like, I like the pink Barbie, but then I also like black futuristic. You see, this is the problem. This is why we're not getting anywhere. I should do that. So, yeah, let me know if you guys have any other YouTube live isn't a real job, it's begging. Well, Chelsea, first of all, you're a fucking man and you could go fuck yourself. If what I'm doing is not a real job, then can you explain to me how I'm in this very real fucking multi-million-dollar house? So yeah, you shut the fuck up, bitch. The jealous ass bitch. Like I said, you're a man, and I hope you like the basement you're in, that mommy's basement you're sagging in right now, because that's where you're going to be in 10 years. So you go fuck yourself, bitch. Like, it's crazy, man. It's like, literally, you know, it's nice to see, like, some of you guys are happy for me, but honestly, the real difference between the people that are happy for me and the people that are jealous are the people that are happy for me probably have their own house. You probably have the same house as me, whereas like the jealous people are just like bitter, living in a fucking trash can, you know, their fucking house is made out of tinfoil, fucking like, or they're fucking like sleeping in a futon inside their dad's house. You see, this is why, just so you guys know, like, this is why I'm like, should I do a house tour? I don't know if I should do this. Because, like, I just know that there's so many unemployed people. And this is why I'm definitely not showing any of the super rooms with the very big windows without there being blinds. Because I just know there's so many unemployed people that'll sit down inside their dark basement with their asshole tight, like, trying to look it up. And they really will be spending from morning to night, back to back to back, like fucking, like, you know, thousands of hours just trying to locate fucking Google Maps and all of that shit to find out where is the place. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna show you guys anything. I'm 50-50 on a house tour only after my blinds are done. But even if I did a house tour, like, it makes no sense to do it until like everything's done. So my room's not even like 50% done. Like, my room is like, my bedroom's 30% done, just the bedroom. So I don't know how long it'll take to finish the house or like decorating all of it. You guys let me know who all has ever owned a 5-bedroom house, and tell me how long did it take you to fully finish and like furnish it. Appreciate that, Taylor. Oh, never mind. I just read the other part. Taylor, you could go fuck yourself, bitch. Jealousy's a disease, and I hope you get well soon. Sounds like jealous hate to me. Like I said, maybe if you fucking, maybe, just maybe if you fucking put down the Bible, you fucking put that fucking retard book in the trash can and pulled your head out of your ass, maybe you could have a house, 5-bedroom house just like me. But no, seriously, it's like all of these fucking Bible freaks. Like, there's a reason that they're all broke. It's like, man, it's like these religious people will be living in the, well, besides the people that are like own the church, right? And they're in on the grift. Besides those people, but you guys get what I'm saying. These religious retards, it's like they all have miserable lives, no education, dropped out of fucking grade 1, and oh God, it's like they just hold on to their Bible. It's like, yeah, show me, like I don't give a fuck how many Bible verses you know, or how many pages of the Bible you've read. Like, show me how much money is in your bank account. Period. But yeah, just so you guys know, the fuck was Pepe? Okay, 3 months. Yeah, I do want to hear from the other people that like bought a house. Like, tell me, how many rooms did you have and how long did it take for you to finish it? Because like I feel so overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, like this is so much work, or like, and I have ADHD too. Um, I haven't been keeping up with anything going on in, you know what? When it comes to wars and things like that, I completely disconnect and I disengage. You know what? Because at the end of the day, there isn't shit that I could do about it, and it's gonna do nothing. It's like a net negative. You know, I think that none of it should be happening. I come from the position of I don't really give a fuck what the details are. There is never an excuse to violence and destruction to that magnitude. And, war is why I fucking hate men. It's because you retards would rather go out in a fiery blaze, than fucking just, sag on for another 50 years. And that is the fucking truth. Seriously, this is why men start war. It's not necessary at all. You don't see, people in everyday lives, you don't see people shooting fireworks into their neighbor's house. You don't see people doing this, right? So therefore, like, it's not necessary. We don't need to be taking measures like this ever to get things resolved. It doesn't resolve anything. All war does is, well, one, it's fucking money laundering. It's a stock market manipulation. There's a little bit of that, but really all it does, the bigger picture, is it just distresses people, kills people, fucking pollutes the environment, and causes great economic loss. You have to pay to clean all that trash up, and you got to pay to rebuild it. So I'm against all violence, period. So there's no point in me like keeping up and looking, because there's not really a scenario where I'm going to look at something and be like, I think these are pretty good reasons to fucking like, no, so does that make sense to you guys? So I don't engage. It's not worth it. It's not worth any like space in my head. So, and there's nothing we could even do. Would I buy land in another country? No, because I don't have a visa and I don't speak. What the fuck do they speak in that country? Yeah, no, you can't just buy land in another country. It's a lot more complicated than that. It's like you need to look at their like what's it called, immigration policy, and which honestly I think all this stupid it's so stupid. I think we should cancel all of it. All of it should be canceled, honestly. Like, there is no reason, because like, we see it happening. Like, we see the ICE shit happening here, and how like, what's going on with Hispanics here. But honestly, like in some regions in the world, it's not very different for us Americans. It's like, for example, like let's say like like many places in Europe, you can't just show up in Europe and live there. You can't do that. They're gonna send you back. You're gonna get deported. So you don't see that happening as often because, you have to travel, right? It's more like, does that make sense? It's a lot harder to get over there, right? Also, the language is different as well, I think reasons like this, but I think it's all ridiculous. I think people should be able to go wherever the fuck they want to go. You should be able to, if you want to buy a house in, like, I don't know, like Holland, you should be able to do that. Why do you need to do all this fucking stupid paperwork and like do this and that? And before you guys say, oh, well, criminals, they don't know who they're letting in. What about their own people that are criminals? There's criminals everywhere. So what are we going to do next? Are we going to start, making, natives have to do paperwork to exist? Otherwise you get tossed into the sea. It's just so ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's so outdated. I think that all the immigration bullshit, toss it away. It's so, like I said, stupid. Like, you guys get the point I'm making. It doesn't make any sense to me. Somebody was like, how much do you guys think it is? Like, I'm not going to tell you guys the exact price because I don't want to dox myself, but you guys tell me what do you guys think? And I'll tell you guys if you're close. Welcome, everybody. Here's what I'll tell you guys. So the area it's located is an expensive area. So, what was I gonna say? So it's not like it is not in the middle of nowhere. Yes, it is a expensive area. The land is worth more here. I'll tell you guys like this, if I spent this amount of money in an area that wasn't as expensive, I'd have like a literal mega mansion. Like you guys get what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot more than 500. I'll tell you guys that. Absolutely. Hi, baby. It's not 19 mil. But yeah, it's, it's a nice house. Okay, so this is all I'll tell you guys. It's a lot higher than 500, and it's a lot lower than 19 mil. Any other questions? No, you guys, I'm not going to tell you guys the exact price because I don't want to dox myself. Just know that, like I said, it's way over 500, and it's under 19. That's all you guys need to know. I don't know why you guys care. I mean, it's obviously a very expensive place. Yes, it is in an expensive location, but besides that, I mean, there's 5 bed. Every bathroom's made out of Carrara marble. Like, there's a lot of what's it called? Bathrooms made out of Carrara marble. There's like 2 balconies. Obviously, it's expensive. Yeah, you guys, I have to be smart, like I I'd love to show you guys everything. I'd love to, oh, look at this. This is what I got. But like, I have to be like smart, you know? Even though I want to show you guys everything, it's like, you know, gotta be smart about it because it's like, I can't just, oh, you know, I don't like that people like have my address. I'm just gonna switch. Dude, like a place and especially priced like this, like at this price point, like yeah, it would probably take a while to sell, honestly. So yeah, no, I can't just get out. I think selling a house, period, is probably takes a lot of time, but like when you have a more expensive house, I bet that the more expensive houses do take longer to sell. Because if you think about it, it's like not a lot of people have that in liquid, and not a lot of people earn, what they need to earn to. So yeah, I'm not gonna. I think like the more expensive the house, the harder it is to sell. Yeah, so there already is security. There is a security system. When you go to the hallway, the entrance hallway, there is like an iPad with it already has a built-in security system. I'm very like I don't want to say that I have many guns, but so I'm not going to say that, but I'm not worried about that. Also, it is in a very, how do I say? Like all of the houses that are in my area are worth about what mine's worth. Like you guys get what I'm saying? Like it's not like, oh, down the street there's a trailer. This is not what it is. Everything in the area is worth what this is worth. So is this my forever home? I don't know. I'm definitely gonna live here for a while. But is this my forever home? I mean, you guys, like, I literally just recently turned 24. Like, I was basically just born. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know if I'm gonna want to be here forever? I mean, honestly, more than likely, I don't think so. More than likely, I think that in 5, 10 years, or however long, I'm probably gonna want to relocate. Right? I mean, like, you guys get what I'm saying. You need to think realistically. Or maybe I might maybe I might want to live somewhere by the water, or maybe I might want to, like, who fucking knows. So I mean, it's just totally not realistic to, when you're in your early 20s, to expect this is where I'm going to be forever. Like, that's crazy, or at least I think, right? I mean, and I'm sure that anybody that's like way older is probably agree with me. Like things that you might have liked or preferred when you were 20, you probably, change your mind a little bit. I know that when I was 15, honestly, when I was fucking like, when I was 20, I would have preferred to buy a condo. Like, do you guys get what I'm saying? I would have preferred a penthouse, when I was like, if you asked me when I was 20, oh no, definitely a penthouse. Yes, I am aware of the HOA fees. Like, I think this is better, right? That would have been my preference, right? But now I'm 24 and I'm like, no, I think a house is better, right? If you asked me, like, let me think of other things that I've changed, you know, um, like, if you asked me when I was like 16, where would I want to live if I could live anywhere I want to live? If when I was 16, I'd probably say LA or Miami, something like that. But then you ask me now, like, if I could live wherever I wanted to live, anywhere, probably like Hamptons, New York, or Aspen. So do you guys kind of get where I'm getting at with this? So, or Connecticut, like on the water, right? So, um, But yeah, to answer you guys' question, no, I don't think I'm gonna live and die here. So I would never get married or have kids. I would never do those things. I'd literally rather die. I would never, ever do that. Ever. So, yeah, and I don't understand why people are so, like, I do find it weird when, like, I kind of understand, like, if you already have kids, like, being like, oh, I love having, because you have an emotional attachment to them, like, does that make sense? But, like, people who don't even have kids are like, oh, I'm wanting kids. Like, it's fucking weird. It's like, because you don't have, there's no kid that exists for you to have an emotional attachment to. So, like, what is the basis for you wanting kids? What do you like fucking wiping shit? Do you like at fucking 4 a.m.? Like, I just think those people are so weird and dumb. So, like I said, I definitely understand liking having kids or love being a parent when they're already there, but not when they're not there. I mean, like, it doesn't make sense for, if you don't have a kid to react any differently than, oh, I don't want to change those stupid poopy baby. Like, you guys get what I'm saying? It's like, I have never, like, understood, but I know there are some people that are like, I want to have kids, and it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand. No, but you guys, like, there is so much, dude. Like, having kids is, dude, like, that is not like getting a dog. Like, so one, first of all, uh, you know, so if you guys want to hear from the woman's perspective, why a woman wouldn't want to have kids, I'll tell you why. But honestly, on both perspectives, no one should want kids. But from a woman's perspective, one, why the fuck would I want a demon seed implanted into my body, get fat and shit? Like, let's just be honest. I mean, like, I don't like to talk like this, but we need to be honest, and we need to, like, what's the word? Call a spade a spade. There is no denying that, like, there's no denying, no matter who you are or how great your genetics are, I mean, you're very likely going to gain weight. Whether it comes off right away or it doesn't has more to do with your genetics, right? But you're likely going to gain weight. Okay. Two, you're going to not feel comfortable. You're going to likely be in great discomfort for a couple months. Three, you risk your life. Did you know that statistically speaking, more women have died in childbirth than males have died in war? Yeah. So it is dangerous. So, also, gaining weight is something very serious that should be taken seriously. Most people, like, what do you think the average woman's wardrobe cost, right? I mean, so this is a legitimate cost, right? So it's not just, oh, diaper, milk, or like hospital bill. Well, closet too, mental health, right? So these are the costs that we don't really see or acknowledge. So, yes, more women have died in childbirth than males have died in war. That is a fact. You guys could fact check that. So it is dangerous. And then, but you could always get a surrogate, right? So you could argue, oh, we'll get a surrogate, and that eliminates half of it. Okay, well, now, what's the problem with having a kid? All they do is poop, scream, and it's just a headache. It's a headache. I know that dude, I remember when I was a small kid, I was crazy. I was drawing on the wall. I was fucking like, dude, like, literally, I was so crazy as a small kid. Like, one time, like, I literally, like, caught a bird and killed it. Like, that flied. That's how hyper I was. When I play games on the computer and I'd lose my game, I literally thought inside my little, like, fucking, like, 5-year-old head to go, ah! I'd, like, scream every time I lost a game. Like, one time I thought it would be a good idea to when I was eating chocolate, I saw that it melted. So to try to melt a bunch of chocolate and like, dude, and, yeah, like, it's just a lot. It's like, you really need, like, full-time staff to raise, like, you guys get what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy. So that's just like having the kid in the home. It's just like gonna be a headache. And then besides that, then you have like when they go to school, you don't know. I mean, what if your kid's a retard? What if your kid's failing algebra? What the fuck are you gonna do about that? It's like, what do you do? Splash out more money for tutors? Like, you know, and then also, what if your kid's a bully? What if your kid's getting in trouble bullying other people's kids? What if you're having to pay for lawyer? Like, dude, it is just such a liability. No, this is real. This is real shit. This is the reality. What if your kid becomes an alcoholic or a drug addict? So these are the things that, like I said, these are very real things. All of these things are very common things, all these things I listed. And these are things that people don't think about, and I feel like, these are things that are important to think about and acknowledge are a reality, because more than likely you're going to have one of those things happen. And I feel like the reason why, like, a lot of parents, because most of the people that I've met have some fucked up story in their family, or there's, they say that no family is perfect. Yeah, I think it's because most parents don't really think about these things. They, for whatever reason, oh, I just want a kid. Because most people just like the praise, they like the credit, or maybe some people are just thinking about all the good things, like, oh, like, I'll have someone to play video games with, or, oh, I'll have somebody to, like, play with me, or whatever, or I could play with somebody, da, 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 or go to Disney, right? But, you're just thinking about the fun stuff. You're not thinking about, everything else. So I'm just being honest. I've just genuinely never understood the appeal to having kids. I don't get why people like want to have kids. That I don't understand. So no, I would never have kids. I'm really happy with my daughter, with my current kids. I have my daughter and my sweet son, and I have the other little one, and I'm very happy with them, but real live breathing kids, fuck no. Absolutely not. And I actually, think that I might be a really bad mom, honestly. I think that, like I said, I could potentially be like a really horrible mom, because you know what? Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do if I have like a retard kid because like I have a sister, okay? And my sister is nothing like me. If I had a kid that was like my sis, like anything like my sister, I would not be a good mom. I just wouldn't. If I had a kid that was failing classes, fucking like being a jackass, like I'd be not a good mom. So you guys get what I'm saying? It's like, if I could only be nice under the circumstances that my kid is classy, smart, and responsible, but other than that, like, I'd be a very mean mom, then it's like, it doesn't make sense, because you know what? More than likely, where's the likelihood, right? So if they're failing classes and doing wrong, then you're the blame. That's not true. That is completely not true. Me and my sister, same parents, we came from the same mom. My sister has always failed everything. I've always had good grades. So that's totally not true. We are completely different people. Everybody is their own person. How they always say you are your own person and you decide who you want to be? Well, that goes for kids too. So no, it is completely not in the parents' control. Like, if the kid's failing, like, honestly, like, I don't really think there's anything that can be done, There just isn't. The reason why my sister was failing is because my sister, frankly, isn't that smart. Because she's not smart, like, she wasn't capable of, she didn't understand, how stupid it is to like fail all of your classes. Because I always figure that if you're forced to be in school anyways, if you're forced to spend the 7 hours there, you might as well do the schoolwork, right? But like, I guess like stupid people for whatever reason don't do it. So it was a refusal to work, and also she's just genuinely not as smart, period. So back to my point, don't have kids. It is a huge lot, and it's very costly as well. Having kids is like a fucking arm and a leg. You have to pay for their life, and that adds up over time. You have to pay for their, if they go to school, you have to pay for tuition. Even after they're 18, they're gonna need you to pay for their apartment, or you're gonna need to buy them a house. Can you afford to do those things, or what are you gonna do? Just beef with your kid? Like, it's just so expensive. Or maybe they could live with you, but what if you and your kid don't get along? I mean, if you and your kid don't get along, can you afford for them to have their own space? Most people can't. So this is how people wind up on the streets, because they have parents that they don't get along with, but then also can't afford to, get them their own place. So yeah, no, I'd definitely not be a good mom if my kid was a retard, liar, or like, what's the word? Barbaric. Like, no, I wouldn't be a good mom. No, I would not. I'd literally be like, do you guys know how like the prison staff, what do they call the prison staff? I'd be acting like that if I had a kid that was a retard, or like, what's the word? Irresponsible retard, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like barbaric, So and it's just the truth. And listen, you guys, there is nothing wrong with acknowledging that you wouldn't be a good parent. Just because you wouldn't be a good parent doesn't make you a bad person, like at all. I know that, growing up, like I'd see how like my sister is, and I'd see my parent, or like more so, yeah, honestly, both of them, but more so my mom would like not really take her behavior seriously. And my mom just had more tolerance for like loser behavior, right? So does that make sense? Like, so just because you acknowledge that I probably wouldn't be a good parent, like I said, it totally doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you don't have much tolerance for degenerate behavior. And that's okay. That's okay. I know that if I had a kid like my sister, I would not be like, oh no, it's okay. Oh no, no, no. No, I'd fucking like literally like what's the word? Crack out the pitchfork. No, this is not acceptable. Period. No, I wouldn't be fucking letting her go out and do whatever. No. You're gonna be in this jail cell until you figure out how to like fucking course correct your life, And the reality of that is, when you are the type of person that, what's the word? Would not tolerate, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Loser behavior or degenerate behavior, your kid's gonna hate you, period. So, most kids are not gonna just, oh, like you're failing all of your classes, all of your devices have been sent to the landfill. Like most kids are gonna fight you. You think they're just gonna sit and like let that happen? So, but then what else are you supposed to do? So, yeah, I think this is an important reality that everybody that don't give it, yeah, but that's not realistic. Not giving a device in the first place is completely not realistic. But I think you guys get the point that I'm making, whether it's devices or it's like going out, it doesn't matter. Or let's say it's none of those things. Let's say you have a kid that's just completely dishonest, like lies all the time. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, and I've had friends too. I have many friends who they have siblings, and maybe some of you guys might relate to this, but it is pretty common that like, parents, like you could have kids that are like good, but then one that's a fuck up. or you could have like, you know, two terrible kids and one kid that's good. It's like it's completely out of your hands. Because I've not only seen it with my own sibling, but I've seen it with my other friends. I've seen, like, I had a friend and her brother is a nightmare, you know, and then I've seen the other way around. So this kind of stuff is very common, and it has nothing to do with the parents. When it comes to who somebody is, when it comes to, you know, what's it called? Things like honesty, integrity, character, being responsible, their intellect. Honestly, guys, like, there's not a lot you could do. There's not. So, no, it has nothing to do with parenting. No, it doesn't. Everybody knows lying is bad. You don't need somebody to say, hey, lying is bad. But despite the fact that we all know lying is bad, there's people that choose to do it anyways. That has more to do with you as a person, period. So this is why I say that, you know, things that have to do with the individual are completely out of the parents' control. There's nothing you could do. Nothing. You could say, hey, like with grades, for example, you could say, hey, for every A you get, I will give you $50. They're just not going to do it, and they're just going to complain. You know, it's like, this is two scenarios. If you have a kid that is like smart and applies themselves, they're going to be happy and they're going to think that you're an amazing parent. Oh, you know, my parents awesome. They give me money just for doing what I'm supposed to do. Right? But then you could have a fuck up kid that's like, man, fuck you, you know, or you don't do anything for me, or this isn't fair, or how come my sibling gets money and I don't? It's like, well, they, you know, they got the A's and you didn't. Oh, this is favoritism. True story, actually. Like I said, I mean, I had a sister that like failed all her classes, and like this is what my dad did. He'd, you know, oh, for every A you get $50, and you know, the way my sister saw it was, this is favoritism, or like, oh, this is just not fair. So, any advice for somebody that wants to get into Fansly? Yes. So literally my best advice to you is just do it. Just do it. You just literally need to do it. There's not much to it. But I guess the biggest piece of advice is like, you cannot be easily influenced. You know, I feel like, you know, what all the successful girls that sell nudes online have in common is that they are leaders. You know, it's leadership skills and being a leader at heart, okay? Somebody who is a leader, you know, isn't gonna, you know, let's say that everybody's like, this is bad, or you shouldn't do this, or whatever it is. A leader doesn't give a fuck about what people think, doesn't care if the whole world says one thing. A leader is going to do what they're gonna do because they wanna do it and they decided to do it. You know, so that's pretty much the biggest thing, because there's no doubt anybody that starts Fansly, I'm sure, especially if you have friends that are jealous of you, or not even friends, but, you know, if you are an attractive girl, especially, you know, people are going to anticipate, oh, she's probably going to make a lot of money. So they're going to do everything they can to try to discourage you from continuing Fansly or getting you to delete your account. You know, the harder people push you to delete it is actually a bigger indication of success, actually. But the sad thing is, most people, this is most people in general, most people, the more pressure you put on them, delete it. Oh, all right, fine. You know, and because most people aren't leaders at heart, you know, that's just the truth. Most people are sheep, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's just how things are. But you need to be a leader at heart, period. And if you're not, you need to work on your leadership skills. And part of it is, I don't give a fuck what the world thinks. I'm doing my thing. So, and I've always been like that. I've always, like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I never even cared what my own parents thought, honestly. It's like, literally, what are things? Like, there are so many things. Like, I know that, You know, like I used to play on the computer all of the time, you know, when I was really little and my parents didn't like I don't give a fuck, you know. I used to like, you know, it got to a point where my computer and iPad would get taken at a certain time and what I do is you know what? I just got another one. I just secretly bought another one and played anyways, or I'd go to my dad's room and I'd take it back. I don't care. You know, I'm gonna do my thing regardless, right? Or like, I'd get in trouble for sleeping sometimes in class. And it's like, which didn't make sense because I'd always make sure my work was done and then I'd go to sleep. And it's like, I don't care what the teacher thinks. I'm gonna do my thing. My work's done. I've already checked my boxes. So I've always very much been like that, not giving a fuck. You know, actually, I have a recent story to share. So because I bought a new house, I needed like appliances, right? So I bought appliances and the fridge is very big. But the delivery people, you know, one was like a, you know, built like a ballerina, clearly just couldn't bring it up, right? And so they were trying to bullshit like, it won't come up. And I was like, what do you mean it won't come up? You know, what do you mean it'll hit the fucking ceiling? And then I was like, well, you could put it on its side. It fits perfectly on its side. Or like, don't you have the straps? You could just, and so like, I didn't just, oh, okay. I'm like, no, what do you fucking mean, bitch? And the male tried to bullshit me like, oh, maybe a smaller one. I'm like, why would I need a smaller fridge? Why would the cabinet size be sized for that one? You know, and then, so does that make sense? Like, and whereas other people are just, oh, okay, or just so ready to accept people's bullshit, right? Bullshit answer. So when they couldn't do it, then I was like, okay, well, bring more people over. We'll find out when you can, because this is going to get put in. You know, but like I said, most people would have just been like, okay. So, you know, what's the word? Thinking for yourself and not taking people's word for things. I never take anybody's word for anything. I don't believe anybody. It has nothing to do with trust issues. I need to see things for myself to believe it. So that's like another example, but I've always been like that. So I think that, you know, that's why, like I said, even social media too, I do feel like that does require leadership skills because, like I said, it is part of being a leader. You're not a good leader if you're just going to listen to, I think this, I think that. And the truth is nobody's opinion matters. Nobody's opinions matter. Literally, they don't matter, period. And honestly, anybody that's giving you a negative opinion is outing themselves as a loser. You know, I've seen tons of like people do stupid things. I've seen tons of things where I'm like, oh, this is not really, you know, but I don't go out of my way to, oh, fuck you, or this isn't gonna work, you know, give my unwanted opinion. If I'm asked, then okay, well, do you want me to be honest? You know? So, but only fucking losers or people that are miserable in their own life are gonna be, you know, raping people with their opinions, right? So I've never given constructive criticism or anything like that without consent, right? Or without, you know, first being asked. Because like I said, that's what normal, healthy people aren't gonna wanna just like, you know, upset somebody for no reason. You don't get anything out of it, right? So you have to really understand those things. And like I said, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like people with opinions just out themselves as losers. Some male in my chat, some broke man that's probably living in his mom's basement, has no money, no job, just said in my chat that a man bought all of the things in my place. How could you believe this sitting inside your basement on your demon seed stained couch with not a dollar to your name? You know, it is really interesting how, you know, males are so broke. Also, in recent data, women are outperforming males, not only in graduation, but, you know, in employment and shit. So, and also buying more homes than males are, but somehow, some way, oh, a man bought it. It's like, you could go fuck yourself, bitch. You go fuck yourself. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. But I hope that that advice helped, Trinity. And you just need to be patient. Don't ever delete it. I know that my first when I first made my Fansly, or when I first begun, my first week, I think I only made like, so yeah, I signed up right when I was 18. I only made like 3K, you know, 3K my first week. And honestly, it was pretty, yeah, consistent like that when I think I like got to 10K like 6 months into social media when I was 18. So yeah, you just need to like be patient, you know. And also I made 3K my first week on Fansly because like, how do I say? I had a lot of like friends in high school, if that makes sense. Like I was very like a lot of people knew who I was, if that makes sense, back when I was in high school. So keep that in mind. That's why I was able to get 3K despite having no social media. Because when I first signed up, my friend told me about it and I was like, yeah, you know, that sounds good to me. And so I didn't have a YouTube channel, I didn't have any social media. I was just a regular high school girl. And so I signed up and I posted on my Snapchat story, go subscribe to my OF, you know, hate HTML on OF, you know. And it was just whoever, all of my friends and or people I had on my Snapchat. And so that's part of it. So, and like, I didn't care. Like, I let my personal Snapchat, go subscribe, bitch, you know, best OF page on the internet, or Fansly page. So, I just saw it as like free money. And it is free money, honestly. You know, it's like, yeah. Yeah, everybody